So, hey everybody, it's Presco Kinos. I'm going to fade this audio out. Nice little mix going on. And we're going to talk about the audio in multimedia presentation. So in your multimedia presentation, if you had to settle for good audio or good video, which one would you pick? Most people say good video, but I would disagree. I think good audio is more important. Let me show you what I mean. Here I am with bad video, but still good audio. It's not the most engaging, but at least you can follow along with the action. Now if I change it around the other way, and now the audio is distorted, but the video looks good, it's pretty hard to follow along. When you watch a film, you're hearing 48 tracks of audio, but you're only seeing one picture. Think about watching TV. You can go into the other room and follow the plot as long as you can hear the audio, but if you turn down the volume, it's pretty hard to follow what's going on unless you can read lips. So getting good audio is really an important part of communicating in a presentation. Well, let's take a look at your folder now and the projects for this week. So here we are in the audio presentations week 3 folder. And I'll point out to you, these are some of my lecture notes, and I've given you a couple of different clips to watch. This is a little quiz where you listen to a lot of different branded audio logos and take a little quiz here against the time and see if you can figure out what they are. The next one is Martin Luther King, whose oration is very musical. He uses a lot of musical techniques in the way that he speaks, a certain rhythm, a certain pace, a certain cadence, using pauses, which makes his oration very engaging. Now, if you're using a Mac, you have GarageBand already installed, so you can follow along with the exercises that I'm going to show you and the projects. If you are using a PC, you can either come to FIT and use a Mac or use one of these PC alternatives that are here and online to do it. This is also another background about what makes a good audio logo and audio branding, and gives you some background information. Here's McDonald's, Pharrell Williams and Justin Timberlake's I'm Loving It. Avon Calling, the classic doorbell ringing, so just associate the brand with those sounds. Think about a sound that that associates the brand. How about this one? So really just a couple of notes that go along with the animation. And this is really what I want you to do with your logo, to come up with this kind of branded, animated audio logo that'll look hopefully as good as that. Okay, so take a look at that. And then I have 2 demos here where I show you me walking through GarageBand to create both the audio logo, I'll put that 1 second actually, and the branded theme music. So you can take a look at those. I'm going to take a look at the audio logo real quick here. Just give you a quick preview.
Okay, so this is the second GarageBand.
So when you're in GarageBand, you can actually import the movie of your logo. So this is the movie of my logo here. And you can see that it has these layers of different circle colors and the text of AC262. And what I'm demonstrating to you guys here is how you can synchronize different audio sounds to each one of these events as they change. Okay, so as you can see that changing there, you're going to get a different audio. And obviously in a film, you might want to synchronize, say, a gunshot or something like that, where it's totally in sync with the visual, the audio. And you can do that in GarageBand. So definitely watch that movie. And I'd like you to sign up for a SoundCloud account. This way you can deliver the audio through those links. You can just send me the link in these 3 projects, or 2 projects actually here. So there are 3 projects, the first one is a brief, so you can download this and upload it again, listen to your brand. When we download it, you're going to see another kind of background with lots of different links again to look at and edify. But here is the actual brief that I give you. A lot of it is very similar to what you did, so you can just copy what you did for your video logo, where you say your 5 keywords. Obviously, your target audience is the same, but how are you going to touch them with sound? How are you going to touch them with music? How would you describe your musical logo? Is it upbeat? Is it urban? Is it relaxing? So there's where you're going to really think about those guidelines. And then how are you going to actually put this together as far as the arrangement, the kind of sounds that you're going to use? Are you going to use percussion, piano, synthesizer, your voice? You could whisper your brand name in the piece, or yell it, or sing it, whatever you want to do. But obviously, all those things coming together are what are going to give you that unique selling proposition, right? That USP that's going to make you stand out from the other crowds in the competition. So definitely you want to take a good look at that. Let's go back to the folder here, and I'll show you then the brand theme music and the audio logo. Both of these assignments have the same raw file. So let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so this raw file, again, gives you some background, some kind of best practices, so certainly read it. Took me a while to research it and put this together for you guys. But essentially what you're doing with this guideline is coming up with 2 audio projects. One of them is going to be a 30-second jingle for your brand that you can then use in your podcast, in your videos, on your web page. And then the other one is going to be that short little snatch that will marry with your animated logo. Okay, so a lot of this might be somewhat abstract, so let me know if you need help understanding what's going on here. You're always welcome to come to my Tuesday 2 to 5 class, and let me know if you want to do that. You come in the lab, and it might be easier to understand what's going on if I show you what's going on in the lab. And you're not required. This is an online class, so you absolutely are not required, but I can also say that if you want to, you could take advantage of Michelle Peck, who is our audio technician, and you could work with her in her recording studio to accomplish these things, and especially the podcast. If you are doing the podcast totally remotely, I'm going to show you guys how to do it through Zoom, where you are going to record your podcast that way. And I like you to work in teams. You've got to figure out how to do that, who you want to team up with in the class. But for now, here's Michelle's hours. And let me know, again, if you want to visit me in the classroom or Michelle to do your audio for your theme music, your jingle, or your podcast. So have a good week and have fun producing your audio logo and your branded theme music.